Hey, beautiful souls, welcome back to Unwrite and Release, the space where you come to focus on your mindset shift, personal growth, and creating a fulfilling life. Of course, y'all already know I'm your host, Portia, and today we're kind of going to get into freeing yourself from self doubt and transitioning into self worth. As y'all know, if y'all watched my previous episodes, as a child, I didn't know what my worth was, and I had to kind of like teach myself my worth, and it took a while because as you grow up, your things that you learn from everybody, basically, you kind of put that into adulthood, and with doing that, it kind of throws you off of your self worth. It makes your, saying your boundaries different than what they should be. It just it make everything just transition. And I just feel like when it come down to trying to like even break generational curses or patterns or whatever, it don't just come from your parents. Like it can come from your aunties, it can come from your uncles, your grandparents, like your cousins or anybody. Like that's why people always be like, oh, you look just like your auntie, or your auntie may be like, oh, you remind me so much of myself. And it's, I'm not saying it's a bad thing or whatever, but of course, if you know they've been through a lot of hard times, that's mainly what you think about when they be like, oh, you remind me of me. Like, no, I don't want to remind you of yourself, you know? So it's just to the point where, like, we have to all learn our self worth and set our boundaries and stick with them. Even though at the end of the day, when you set your boundaries, it's gonna be hard to keep them and stand by them because you know what comes with it. It's gonna be a lot of emotional shift in your life, especially when it come down to relationships, because you may realize that you are officially done with someone, but you don't really want to be done with that person. But in reality, like it's time to like move on, you know. But you already know the outcome of that. You're gonna be crying, you're gonna be depressed, you're gonna want that person back, and you're gonna, mess up your self worth because now you probably are going to be calling this person or texting this person 24/7, and you naturally don't do stuff like that. So, learning your self worth as you get older is kind of a lot to kind of do, especially when you have like kids and stuff. Because when you have kids, it's kind of like they already coming in on the bathroom while you trying to use the bathroom, trying to have your privacy. They watching you put your clothes on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't have like a lot of privacy with kids. Um, and with that, it kind of like it just throws everything off when it comes down to you. And that's why I say for me, I'm getting mine back. So with that, so let's dive into this episode, y'all. Um, and of course, if you've been rocking with me, I do want to thank you all for continuing to be here. I really appreciate you. Always, even just putting in small comments, liking the video, or you may even share it. I do want to thank you. Even for anybody that is new, welcome, 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 welcome. I do pray y'all come back to watch more. So yeah, let's dive in. So today's episode is gonna be a little deep, of course, because at some points we've all wrestled with a little voice that says you're not enough, whether it's whispering or saying screaming out loud. Um, Self doubt has always been a way to make you feel like you're stuck. But today we're going to talk about the journey from self doubt to self worth and how to start believing, truly believing, that you are enough. So let's get into it. So I feel like the root of self doubt is where many of us, it starts with when we're young, like I said. maybe you had a person around you that criticized you more, or even criticized themselves. They didn't really encourage you and stuff like that. Maybe you were consistently compared to others that probably weren't even on your lead. Like, yeah. Um, and maybe no one ever just showed up for you confidently, looking at you in a healthy way. So for me, I always have that one person that could try to pair the siblings. Oh, you have four kids, they don't have any kids, or they only have one child. And look, buddy, you still doing good. Like, you saying you didn't give up, you haven't gave up, and you still going. And you saying you doing what you need to do. I get that, but don't compare me to anybody. Compare me to my old self or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would really make me like open up my eyes, because you comparing me to this person now, that sit on the back of my head every time I'm around these people. I'm like, darn, like, look at this and look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I see it from my eyes. I feel like other people are doing way better than me because I had four kids. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, don't compare me to other people, because in reality, the way my mind think and the way how I feel about people, it makes me feel like I'm doing really, really bad. And I'm not saying it in a bad way or anything like that. Like, I love my siblings, and I'm very happy in their, like, the positions that they're in, and I pray that we all win and keep going. Because at the end of the day, baby, I don't want to win by myself. Like, I want all of us to win, so we can all be together. You know. So I just feel like having four kids have setbacks. Not saying I'm stuck. Not saying that I allowed it, but I mean, technically I did. But I'm still going. I'm not giving up. I'm never going to give up. So I just feel like at the end of the day, having kids did have a lot of setbacks that came with having kids, to make me feel like my siblings are doing better than me. Even if they don't have any kids, or they do have one child, I still feel like everybody around me is still doing better than me. But I'm not going to let that stop me from being me and reaching my goals that I have set for myself. Because at the end of the day, we all have different battles. And at the end of the day, my battles were having my kids and getting through that. And I've gotten through that. Now my battle is my health. So I just feel like, if you're gonna compare me to my old self and how I used to be in the place I'm in now, so that I can look within myself and not people that I really love and care about. Because at the end of the day, I don't know what battles that all they battles that they've been through. Just like I don't know all the battles that I've been through outside of having kids. So that's what I feel like when it comes down to comparison. For those people who love to compare you to other people, don't listen to it. Like, I understand other people may be in a better position than you are, but don't never give up on your goals. Don't never give up on your dreams. Write it down so that you can always come back to it, so you can always know, like, you got this, you are you, and you're not going to change for nobody. Stick with it. And the main thing I would say is discipline yourself. Discipline is something you got to do every single day. Like, that's no lie. Like, my main thing for me right now is my health, like I said. So my discipline is eating differently. And as of right now, I don't really eat. I eat differently, so I eat more so like grilled food and stuff like that. I don't eat too much fried food. Um, and if I do, it's like once a week, and it literally be one meal that week. It don't be like a whole day type of thing. So I feel like that's one thing that I've been very disciplined about. Even like with drinking sodas and stuff like that, barely drinking any sodas. Like I said, I just do a lot of water. lemon cucumber waters, cranberry juice, and a body armor, stuff like that. I don't, and I just feel like it's hard because I love my sweets. I love my chocolate. I truly do. And having to give up, eating your sweets, like in the blink of an eye, it was a lot. It was a lot to take in. Like I couldn't like just build myself up into it. I had to literally just stop because um my blood pressure was just all over the place. So that's my main thing, like my blood pressure and cholesterol, trying to keep that low because I don't want to get on no cholesterol medicine. But I am on blood pressure medicine, and I'm doing my best to just keep everything low, salt intake, all that good stuff, because um, I just pray that I can get off blood pressure medicine eventually. But I feel like that's a genetic thing for me, um, having high blood pressure. So I guess it is what it is. But just have confidence though. Keep yourself encouraged. Whether you have to send yourself a message every day, or have some type of note on your phone, on your background, or something that's motivational to you. Do that so that you can stay encouraged, because everybody around you are not going to be encouraging. Everybody around you are not going to be happy about where you are and where you are going. So just keep that in mind. So, of course, as y'all already know, for me personally, there were times when I didn't speak up because I thought my voice didn't matter. Times I dimmed my own light so that others could shine. And what I've learned is self-doubt grows in silence, and it feeds off of unhealed wounds and unspoken fears. Me, I always been like that quiet person, especially like if I feel like I'm kind of uncomfortable around you, or not even say uncomfortable, but just feel like I'm not in your lead, or feel like you don't really want to hear what I have to say, or you're gonna get like an attitude if I say something, or basically just dismiss what I say. I just normally stay quiet because I just feel like, what's the point of me wasting my breath? I know what I feel, and I'm gonna let you just talk and say what you gotta say, and I'm just not gonna worry about it. And I just leave the subject alone, because at the end of the day, if I say something, it's always a problem. And at some point, I just feel like my family understand me. If I have something to say to my family, I speak what I gotta say, and they know me enough to know, like, okay, I understand where she coming from. But speaking to people outside of my family, they just be more so like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't have an open mind. So it's like, what's the point of me wasting my breath on you, and your mind is not open to all the possibilities of people talking, you know? So I just be feeling like I'd rather just stay quiet and not waste my breath, or not waste my time trying to get you to understand what I'm feeling. Because either you don't want to understand what I'm feeling or what I'm saying, or you're so stuck in what you're saying that what I say don't even matter, regardless of what I say, unless I'm agreeing with you. So I feel like if you feel like you need to speak up, speak up. I know I need to get out of that and speak up more too, but at the end of the day, like I say, sometimes I just feel like my health is my main thing right now, and I feel like if that's gonna cause my blood pressure to raise because you're not understanding me, I'm not gonna sit there and argue with you. I'm not gonna sit there and go back and forth with you, and take away from my energy. I'm not doing it anymore. Like, if you don't want to understand me, so be it. Just don't come around me. Just don't bring it up anymore. Don't speak on it, because at the end of the day, my health is my everything right now. I love my kids to death, but I'm not gonna let them stress me out either. More, just they're gonna sit in the house by themselves while I go outside for a minute and catch my breath. But at this point, I'm not letting anything or anyone get in the way of my health and get me out of my peace and my safe zone. I'm done. Like, it's over. I'm not doing it anymore. So I feel like before you can build self-worth though, you have to recognize how self-doubt shows up. So it's not always loud. Sometimes it's that little hesitation before you say yes to a new opportunity, or that voice that tells you you're not qualified. Even when you are, it can even show up in your relationships, like accepting less than you deserve or over explaining your boundaries, like I just said. And I just feel like for me, sometimes you have to know when to move on. Sometimes you have to know when to say something and when not to say something. And I just feel like for me, I'm in a space where, like I say, my mental is my everything. Cause mentally, I feel like by my mental being off, on being stressed, on being aggravated, or you know what I'm saying, just being angry, is gonna throw my blood pressure off. It's gonna make my heart beat faster, beat harder, or whatever. And I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to have a device connected to my heart to help me breathe or nothing like that. So I just feel like I'm not letting any of that stress me out anymore. And you have to just know what your worth is. And you have to know where self-doubt plays a part in your worth. Because if you allow people to just walk all over you, knowing you don't like this, or knowing you don't like this, or knowing you can do better or have more, don't let people take advantage of you. And I know it's better said than done, because I'm still, like I say, working on me. Because, like I said, my health is my everything right now. But it do take time. Everything just don't happen overnight. And we all know that. So, write down things that you know you don't like that people do. Write down things that you know you do that you do not like. Things that you accept that you know that you do not want to accept. And think about how you can fix it. But self-doubt, self-doubt sounds like protection, but it often keeps us from our purpose. So I just feel like with that saying, with that just quote, our purpose is something that we don't just know off the back what our purpose is. We always wondering, trying to figure out this and figure out that, try this and try that, to know what we're actually put here to do. Having self-doubt is going to stop you from finding your purpose. You're going to be stuck thinking that, okay, well, this is my purpose right here because I'm stuck right here. No, you're stuck. That's not meaning that that's your purpose. You even know that you're stuck, you know that's not your purpose. So figure out that self-doubt and how you can change it. So with um, shifting from the self-doubt to self-worth, of course we have to find the awareness. Then of course we have to take action, because self-worth isn't a destination, it's a practice. Just like we have to practice discipline, that's something that you have to do every single day you wake up. I have to not eat sugar or sweets every day I wake up. So it be a lot. Sometimes I do eat, you know what I'm saying, a little small piece or something, you know, one day out of the week or whatever. And it'd be hard the next day not eat something else again. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that you really have to do every single day going forward until it just becomes natural. And you have to speak that over yourself. Like, tell yourself that every day. When you look at it, oh, you don't need that. Well, that's what I tell myself. Like, I look at that chocolate, I just be like, okay, you can save that for next week. You know what you can make with it, like your dinner, what your dinner gonna be, what your lunch gonna be, this is what your snack is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And you know what time you're gonna eat it and how you're gonna eat it. So you have to speak it to yourself. say it to yourself. Speak it into existence so that you can know you have that discipline to have your self-worth what you want it to be. So I know affirmations seem cliche to some, but speaking life over yourself daily reprograms your mindset. Instead of I'm enough, say I'm worthy of love, opportunity, and joy. Even when you don't feel fully, believe it. Keep saying it. And that's what I am doing right now. Like, my health is my everything. I'm not going to let anything get me out of my peace zone. I'm not going to let anything stress me out or get me angry or make me feel any type of way. If people come around me with the attitude, I'm going to do my best and continue to smile and be like, you good? But I'm not going to let your problem affect me anymore. I'm not doing it. Even when people don't come to me about their problem, I'm going to continue to smile. I'm not smiling at your problem. I'm smiling because I'm doing my best to keep my best foot forward so that your problem won't affect me. So I'm thinking of a good outcome for you though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm smiling. Like, you gonna get through this shit. I understand, like, you know what I'm saying, you in a hard space right now, in a dark space, and you ready to get out of it, and I know you're gonna get out of it. That's why I'm smiling. Because I already see your outcome and it's gonna be great. So of course we have to set boundaries that protects your peace. Like I said, for me, I'm gonna smile when you tell me what's wrong with you. Why? Because like I said, I already see you overcoming your problem. So I do need to set more boundaries just by not listening to other people's problems. But sometimes people need that. And I don't mind being there for it because truthfully I like hearing, like, I don't say I don't like hearing their problems, but I like hearing other people's situations that they're in, whether it's good or bad. Because it makes me look at them like, you're really strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it made me look at you like even better. Like, yeah, I don't know. I can't really just explain it, but it just made me look at you like you really did it. Like, I don't know if I could have did that, or it might would have took me a little longer to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say hearing other people's situations that they go through, hearing they positive situations and how they got through it, basically their testimonies. I love it because it's not all bad, and it's finally something that I can tell them like, you gonna get through this. Giving them that positive feedback, letting them know like that's not the end for you. Like, just keep going. And sitting have to tell myself the same thing. It's hard because like sometimes you don't see it for yourself. Sometimes you see two problems or it's two outcomes. You can see one good outcome and you can see one bad outcome. But during them outcomes, it feels like it just get worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? Then sometimes it seems like, you know what I'm saying, it's the best day ever. So sometimes going through a bad situation means it's time for you to leave that situation alone completely and move on. And that's when you'll see those better days. But then sometimes you want to work through those bad situations so that, of course, you want to have more bad days that you keep feeling like it's going to be over soon, it's going to be over soon. But in reality, it ain't going to never be over till you die. And that's how I look at it sometimes, because with life is life is life. Like, sometimes you're gonna go through sometimes you're not. Like they say, you're not gonna always be in a bad situation, but you're not gonna always be in a good situation either. So speaking positivity over everything though is great. That may can keep you from going through real hard times or real bad times or whatever. But I feel like with anything, you have to always think about both outcomes, because you always gotta have a backup plan. I don't care if you always have good days and never have bad days. I bet you got a backup plan. So you have to always have a backup plan in life, and that's how I look at it. So you pray that you never have to use that backup plan, but you always have a backup plan. So I just feel like when you start valuing yourself, you realize not everything and everyone deserves access to your energy. And that's why I just say sometimes when you're going through something, it's time to leave it alone. Leave the situation alone, leave the person alone. It's time for you to just be you, figure out you and things that you like and not so much about somebody else. You know? So now it's you have that free time to focus and gather your thoughts. Also show yourself consistently. Show up for yourself. It's nothing wrong with showing up for yourself consistently. Because when it comes down to your kids, you're gonna show up for them consistently. When it comes down to your husband, your friends, you're gonna show up for them consistently. So why can't you show up for yourself consistently? Confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. Whether it's drinking more water, showing up for your workouts, applying for that job, even small actions build evidence that you are capable. For me, I love going to the gym and working out. I kid you not, when I don't go to the gym and work out, I feel like I'm letting myself down. I go to the gym 4 days out the week. I do it for at least 30 minutes a day. With having high blood pressure, you're supposed to work out at least 150 minutes a week. I do about 120, so I'm not too far off. If I do 5 days for 30 minutes, then I'll be right there. But it's cool. So I just feel like I really love going to the gym because I feel like when I'm in the gym, it's a little therapy, especially when it comes down to trying to lift a little weight and you have that problem that pop up in your head or that person that pop up in your head, and it's like you just, you gotta push through, like, like you got this. And that's how I be feeling. I be in the gym. I be like, I'm get through this problem. I'm gonna make it. Like, keep going. You got it. So I just feel like gym is really a lot of therapy. Sometimes I really want to be in the gym like an hour or two sometimes a day because that's how much I want to do. Like, I just want to keep going. But when it's time for the treadmill, okay, I be ready to give up. I ain't gonna lie. That treadmill is different. I don't understand. I don't understand that treadmill and that stepmaster. Yeah, it be having me. It be having me. But just saying, doing some squats or um lunges or planks and stuff like that, I'd be good. But actually, yeah, that treadmill, especially if you do it on the incline. Even if you ain't on the incline, it still be a lot. But outside of working out, though, drinking more water, just those simple things like that. Like me, I don't drink a lot of sodas anymore. Yeah, I can see a difference in my face a little bit. Like, my face is clearing up a little bit. But at the same time, I feel like I'm still stressing and about just not being here for my kids because of my blood pressure and stuff like that. So it's like, it's scary, you know? So it's like, yes, I'm taking my steps forward into changing my, eating and drinking and stuff like that. But it just, I mean, health is health. Health don't just get right overnight. Like, it still takes time. So it's just like, I don't know. Just, it's scary. And I feel like just being scared is stressing me out. And I'm doing my best and, like, not stressing about it because, I mean, the doctors are not stressing about it. And seems like it's just really, really bad. Like, yeah, my blood pressure is high and they're getting it down. But overall, like, my heart chamber is mild. It's not severe or anything crazy. So I'm in I guess, a beginner stage or a low level. So it's not bad. But I just feel like anything can cause you to have a heart attack. Anything can cause you to have a stroke or whatever. No matter how healthy you are, because healthy people still have problems, you know. So it just like I be thinking about stuff like that, like darn, like what's really going on. So I just pray over myself a whole lot. I pray over my family in general, but over myself mostly, since I'm, you know, going through this, and I just pray I get through it with no extra problems. So I feel like just showing up for yourself, letting yourself know like you're loved, like you are compassionate within yourself. You have boundaries set for yourself to know like you're not letting anything mess up your happy zone. Stick with it. Also confidence comes from promises that you keep for yourself. If you make a promise to yourself, keep it. That also is like if you tell somebody to keep a promise and they don't keep it, you can't be mad at them because you didn't keep your own promises to yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's like being a hypocrite. So if you're gonna make a promise to yourself, keep it. Cause like it's like for me this morning, I was gonna get me some Wendy's. Cause it's gonna be like my one little breakfast or whatever. Cause I gonna get it for breakfast. Then I thought to myself like, normally I don't eat breakfast. I just eat me like a banana and drink me some green juice or whatever with some chia seeds. And I have my water and my medicine. So it was like I thought to myself I was out driving. I was just like, why am I finna go get Wendy's and I normally don't even eat breakfast? Like, why even throw myself off like that? You know? So I didn't go get nothing. You know, I just came home, ate my banana, got my green juice, put my chia seeds in there or whatever, and I got my water, took my medicine, and I'm good until like 2, 3 o'clock. And that's the crazy thing. It's like I do my best and just eat when I'm hungry instead of just eating when you're supposed to. Because you're supposed to eat 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, whatever. But I just feel like for me, I have energy outside of eating breakfast. I can eat my lunch and my dinner and be completely fine. Like literally, I can be like I can have so much energy, which is crazy, but I can have so much energy for the week. Like even like trying to just go to sleep at night, I still be up like doing something. So it just be like I just feel like we can't go off what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to do this, supposed to do that. Like no, people do the 40 days and 40 nights things of starvation like they did back in the day and be fine, totally fine. I'm not saying I'm gonna do a 40 day, 40 night thing because I just feel like for me, I'm saying it, yes, I feel like I'm gonna mess up and I'm gonna eat something. So, and I just feel like I don't wanna go that long without eating and then start eating and then gain out my weight right back. So, I just feel like doing a 40 day, 40 night fast is not for me. But if I just had to do it, it's possible. I can do it. But if I literally just had to like stop everything right now to do it, oh, trust me, I'm gonna be a little mad. I'm gonna be walking around here with a little attitude now because I'm hungry. But I'm not just going to do that because I don't want to walk around here mad and angry because I'm not eating or whatever. So I just feel like I eat when I'm hungry. I don't eat just because I know I haven't ate today. I eat when I'm hungry. So I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, especially if I'm not, you know what I'm saying, it causing a problem to myself. So that's why I said I drink my green juice. My green juice is like a lot of vegetables in the green juice and stuff like that. So I put my chia seeds in there too. And I also eat my banana and drink water behind it. So it's like I'm still technically eating. It's just not solid, or besides the banana. Well, it's just not a whole bunch of solid stuff like eggs and meat and stuff like that. I'm not doing all of that. So, but for dinner and lunch though, I do eat, but I just don't get full because I don't want to get big. I want to lose weight because they say I'm really obese for my height, which is crazy because I only weigh like 175 now, and I'm only 5'2". So that's crazy how they consider that obese, but I don't know. I guess that's just how it is. But I'm trying to get down to at least 150 then because maybe that's closer to less obese or whatever. I don't know what's up under that. But anywho, getting down to 150, I just feel like I don't want to look like a stick. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to look healthy, just not chunky. Healthy. Yeah. Yeah. That. So outside of that, y'all, I just had to get into that for a little minute. But back onto the topic. It's okay to have moments where you question yourself. The goals isn't perfect. It's awareness and gentleness. Give yourself grace on the hard days. You don't have to be strong all the time to be worthy. You're allowed to grow. You're allowed to break. And, well, not break, but take breaks. You know what I'm saying? Take a break or whatever. And you're also allowed to be a work in progress and still be enough. We all are technically a work in progress. We all have something that we want to be or want more in our life or want to be like in our life. So we all are still a work in progress. Whether it's like for me, I want to lose more weight, especially like in my stomach area. I feel like that's the main area for me. I don't want to lose my glutes, my thighs, none of that stuff. Like I just want to lose my stomach. I want my stomach to be flat. But guess what? It takes time to get into that. I feel like everybody around me see that I've lost weight, but I don't see that I've lost weight because it's not the size that I want to be. Yes, I'm very grateful. I love myself. I love my body because my clothes are fitting differently, but in the mirror, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just to the point where I feel like I'm a work in progress. My attitude is not always great. It's not always, you know what I'm saying, happy, jolly me. Because, like I say, sometimes I do think about my health problems while walking around and seeing everybody else healthy and happy and doing everything that they want to do. And I got to sit here and do something a little differently. You know, that's not a good feeling that you have this health problem and can't really enjoy things that you want to enjoy because it may be a genetic thing, or I may ate too much of this in the past but I had no choice because that's what we had to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like overall we're all a work in progress and we have to give ourselves grace to better ourselves in our situations. So for the closing, if no one told you today you are enough, not because what you do, but because of who you are, I pray this episode reminded you that your journey is valid. Your presence matter and your growth is worthy of celebrating. So I want y'all write down your self-doubts. Write down things that you just don't like what people do to you. You don't like what people do around you. You don't like what you do to yourself and wish you would have did something different. Write all that stuff down. And also on the other side, write down how it can change. How can you change it? Steps into changing it. Knowing your self-worth and what you want around you that is valuable to you and your worth. And when you write it down, apply it to your life. Don't just write it down just so you can see it. Write it down and apply it to your life. Make those small steps into changing your outcome. So of course, if this resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to have a reminder today. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, leave a review, and let me know what part of this episode stood out the most to you. But until next time, keep becoming who you're meant to be. Stay tuned, keep growing, set your boundaries, stay true to yourself. You got this. See y'all soon.